Hello one and all, I am Pal of Games and welcome to an update sort of card discussion on the Sylvans, previously known as Shinras. They've sort of gotten a boost in terms of their new support, and I wanted to sort of talk through it and what cards I think are viable and which cards not so much. So let's jump right in it with the first card, which is Sylvan Sage Qua, which I think is a great card. It has a lot of versatility because it's a level 7. It opens up rank 7 plays, which is why they've also got a rank 7 XE now. The reason I think this is going to be played a lot is because not only has it got great ability in that when it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, obviously excavated, you can target one Sylvan spell or trap card in your graveyard, which is coupled by the fact they've got a great new spell card, which is why I think that it will see a lot of play. As well as this, when a Sylvan monster is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it from your hand, so it's relatively easy to bring into play as well. I also want to mention that you can obviously excavate while it's on the field once per turn, which is sort of the run-of-the-mill effect for most Sylvans in one way or another. The reason I've got these dragons down below is because I think that this will enhance the reason to play this, as well as the fact that they're all playable within the deck because they play all elements, which I find interesting, because I think it's very likely that we might even see a deck which runs all four alongside the Shinras. I mean, the Sylvans, I should say. I probably won't recommend it because it probably won't be that viable or consistent, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that pop up a bit. Also, you know, we've got a new light monster, which coupled with the dark XC means that maybe BLS will see some play, because obviously you can XC into darks and lights obviously as well. Maybe we'll see some players play BLS. I mean, you know, why not? So moving on, we've got Sylvan Blade Fender. He's kind of interesting. It's an effect which requires it to destroy an opponent's monster by battle, and if you do so, you can excavate one top card of your deck, and if it's a plant-type monster, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of the deck, as usual, and if it's excavated it, add to your hand. That's its full effect. Now, I think this card's not going to see as much play, because its effect's kind of not very good. And it's quite conditioned in the fact that you have to destroy an opponent's monster by battle. I mean, some players might decide to play it instead of Flower Knight, but I don't know, I think I prefer Flower Knight. It's a bit more consistent than Blade Fender. But that's my opinion, you know. You're more than likely, you might decide to disagree, and that's up to you. But in my opinion, it's not so playable, so I probably won't recommend that one. Moving on is Sylvan Mick Orange. His effect is when this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, sent to the graveyard, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a plant, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of the deck. If this is excavated, all plants you control gain 300 attack and defense. I think this card's really mediocre, and I doubt that you'll see a lot of play from this card. I think, you know, I just can't see a reason why you'd play this, to be honest. It's just quite slow. And outside of maybe some decks thinking that playing it alongside Leaf Flow for some consistency for Tidal, I can't see it really being played at all, to be honest. It's just a mediocre card in my opinion. Moving on, we've got Sylvan Sprout Coyote. I suppose that's how you'd say it. When this card is special summoned, you can choose either one or two, then excavate that many cards from the top of your deck. Send any excavated plant-type monsters to the graveyard. Also, place the other cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. If this card is excavated from the deck and sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon one level 1 plant from your deck. So, this card's interesting. I just feel that its counterpart, Peacekeeper's a lot better. It does a better job of it. Saying that, it has got some value in its excavation, that you can excavate up to 2 cards, which obviously it has a plus in that sense, but you can only really special summon Peacekeeper. I mean, I feel this is a card that might see play at maybe a 1. You might want to play 1, but I wouldn't recommend any more than that, really. Because it's not that great of a card, in my opinion. Except for a combo with Peacekeeper. So, for that reason, I wouldn't recommend this card as being played definitely at 3. Or 2. I mean, 1, I think, is pushing it at that. But, you know, most people will probably decide not to play 1. I'm currently testing at 1. But, you know, I don't know. I think I'll probably end up with 1. I might take it out. Well, I will see. Moving on is Sylvan Charity, which is amazing. It gives Sylvan something they've been needing to really make them quite prevalent in the game. That being draw power. Its effect is draw 3 cards, then reveal 2 in your hand, including at least 1 Sylvan card, and place them on top of your deck in any order. Or if you don't have any Sylvan cards in your hand, reveal all the cards in your hand and place them on top of the deck in any order. And you can only use 1 per turn. I think that's a great card for them. It gives them so much ability to open in terms of it. It just gives them so much in terms of knowing what's coming up, knowing, you know, you sort of can manipulate your hand a lot as well because of the draw 3 cards thing. And I just think it's a really nice card. I'm playing 3 for sure. I feel it's definitely filled a void they've been looking to fill, and it's definitely worth playing 3 of. I would say, and I feel that in most circumstances, if you're playing a good build of Sylvan, you'll never be in a position where you haven't got the cards to put to pay its cost. So I will definitely recommend playing it. And then we move on to the last card, which is their XZ monster, their new one, which is Oriya, the Sylvan High Arbiter. Its effect is once per turn. Oh, it's generic 2 level 7s to bring it out. Its effect is once per turn you can send 1 plant type monster from your hand or face up from your monster card zone to the graveyard. Look at a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the level of the monster sent. Then place them on top of the deck in any order. And then its second effect is once per turn you can detach 1 XD material from this card, excavate up to the top 3 cards of your deck, send any excavated plant type monsters to the graveyard. Also place the other cards on the bottom of the deck in any order, and if you do so, return the cards on the field to the hand. Except this card, up to the number of monsters sent to the graveyard this way. So I think that's a really nice card for them. It gives them quite a nice powerful effect there, to be honest. And it also once again manipulates the top of the deck quite well as well. Most of the time I've been playing it so far, I found that I will do it a lot with Flower Knight, who's a 4. So I think that's a perfect choice for that. I mean, obviously I'm not going to waste, say, a Sylvan Hermit tree for it, you know, 8 just to get that bonus 8 to be able to manipulate that high. But to know that you could, that's crazy, to be honest. To know you can manipulate that far into your deck, and I really think this will see a lot of play also. In short, I would say that the cards to play here would be Sage Koi, maybe 1 Sprout Coil, but you know, no more than that. Definitely 3 charities, and definitely be running the Sylvan High Arbiter as well. If you're sort of short on space on your deck, maybe only run 2, but I would definitely recommend running it. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Leave your comments below on the new Sylvan stuff, and I will probably be bringing you a duel of the day of the new stuff also. And other than that, thanks for watching, and as always, goodbye.